Are you looking to make spooky treats for your favorite ghoul or goblin this Halloween? I've got the perfect project for you today with this super cute, easy coffin Halloween treat box using dies from Pixie Dust Designs. Let's get into it. We're going to be using the Halloween coffin die set and the Halloween coffin add-on die set from Pixie Dust Designs. I have went ahead and cut both my coffin treat box pieces from some black cardstock or dark gray cardstock, and I'm just going to take and fold over the score lines that have been created by the die. That's the great thing about this treat box. And I know if you're like me, you've probably seen these treat boxes before where you could purchase them. The only problem with that is you have to take the color that they have. With this die set, you can create your own colored treat box to your color scheme using the cardstock that you want to use. That's why one of the reasons I love this die set so much is because I can customize it to whatever I want. So you're going to, as I was saying, you're going to go and fold all your score lines that the dies create on your cardstock after it's cut out. You can use your bone folder. Make sure you use that bone folder to get a nice clean, crisp line. That's going to make your box even easier to do. I'm just working my way around the folds of the box to get all my score lines nice and prepped and ready to go. It doesn't take very long. I think I created this entire project. I do have this sped up a little bit. I created this entire project in about 20 minutes after cutting all my die cut pieces. I have cut some pattern paper from my stash to go on the sides of the box, and you do have coordinating stitch dies that fit perfectly on both sides of the top and bottom in the die set, so you can decorate it with your own special pattern paper. So I've went ahead and cut all those pieces, and I'm just attaching them around before I assemble everything, because that is going to be a lot easier for you than to try to decorate it after you get it assembled. So you want to decorate all your sides and everything first. So I'm just adding those die cut pattern paper pieces along the edges of the box. And if you're doing like I'm doing, make sure you flip your cardstock, because this is the bottom of the box. Or pattern paper, I'm sorry. You're going to want to flip that around when you're die cutting it, so that when the box is upright, the pattern paper faces the right direction. If it is a directional paper. If it's not directional, you don't have to worry about it. So we are just going to add that last piece of pattern paper to the bottom of the box right now. Now you could there is another die that cuts out a layer for the inside. You could also cut that out if you wanted to add decorative paper to the inside. But we're going to start folding our box up, and I'm starting in that side corner because I found that was a lot easier to start there and to help get the shape of the box correct. You're just going to add your liquid glue along the edge and then fold up and line it right up to the score line. Super easy to do. Just make sure you get all the excess glue off, and I'm just going to work my way around the die cut box pieces and just pull everything up together. And just like that, we're just making sure I'm pinching everything into place, making sure everything's in there. The bottom part was the hardest part because you got your sides up already. So it just took a little while to get everything popped in there. But again, it only took me maybe 20 minutes to make this whole project. I had to make sure my pattern paper was down, so I had to stick a little bit of extra glue in there. So we're just going to work on the base now. We're going to glue the last side of our box together. So I'll just kind of pull that tab back, and I'm just going to pinch it together right like that. And that's super easy to do. Nothing hard. Nothing super complicated. So now we are going to work on the top of our box, and it's pretty much the same way. It's just a lot thinner, or skinnier, I should say. So you're going to want to add your decorative pieces first, and there are coordinating dies in the die set for that, in the Halloween coffin die set. This one you just want to put on when you're adding your pattern paper. Just make sure you're putting it the right side up. Don't ask me how I know. I might have the first one I made, I might have put the pattern paper on wrong. So that's why I'm warning y'all now. Y'all know I tell y'all when I mess up. So Just get it on there. There's only like the 2 long pieces and the 2 side pieces right there, and I think there's a piece for both the bottom and the top. The other part of the die set, we're going to use the Halloween coffin add-on to decorate the top of our box. So we're just going to add our last few pieces of patterned paper, and then we will assemble that the same way we did the top. A pair of reverse tweezers is really helpful for this project because paper is so small, it's hard to hold. If you have big hands like I do, it's hard to hold, so it's easier to use your reverse tweezers and just hold it up and add the glue to the back, and then just pop it onto your area that you're putting the pattern paper on. Now we're just going to fold everything up. We'll start in the bottom this time, and we're just going to pull that up. Make sure, again, that your sides are even with the edge of the cardstock. And then I'm just going to work my way around, add in that glue to the little flap. Again, this was a super easy project. I was super impressed how easy it was and how fast it was actually really to make. I figure if I would sit and mass produce these for Halloween treats, I would probably do all my die cutting first, and then I would sit down while I was watching a movie, add all the pattern paper that I had to put on them, and then I would sit and watch a movie and assemble all of them at one time. That would be the way. It would be the easiest to do, and it'd probably take a couple hours, depending on how many you were making. If you were making a lot, probably you could get probably 50 done in 6-7 hours watching a couple movies. It's a good time to put on Hocus Pocus, watch a good movie, Halloween movie. I just recently watched Halloween Town, so there's that. But I love a good Halloween movie, y'all. It's like one of my favorite times of the year, so I love to make a good Halloween project and watch a movie at the same time. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my box top on now, and it fit just perfectly on there. And the finished dimensions, if you're wondering, for this box, across the longest point width-wise is 2.5 inches across the top. It's a little over about 5.25 inches, a little over 5 inches long, and then it is about a little over 1.1/8 inches deep. So it's a good size box. You can fit a lot of candy in there. Now I have die cut the pieces for the front. I'm adding glue behind that. I have also cut out a stitched coffin front. That's the part that you could use for the inside. I'm just going to add my little yellow cardstock in the center. So you want to kind of layer that up onto the pieces in the back. I just cut it from matching cardstock. And then I'm going to add that to the front of my top of my Coffin Treat Box. So we're just going to add liquid glue all over that and the edge and the pattern and the yellow cardstock. And I'm just going to place that on top, and then I will finish this off. I've got a little bit more glue here. I got my hands all in it. It layers right on top right there, and that gives us a nice little spooky little scene on the front. You could easily ink blend some cardstock from back behind there and have like a night sky. I kept it really simple and just did a bright colored that yellow cardstock to make it pop. I'm going to add the stitched frame around the edge to cover up any excess glue and to finish off my little box. And that is my project right there. I'm going to smooth everything out. I'm going to go around with my bone folder to make sure I have everything nice and put down. Here's a look at the box. Here's a look at the inside. And if you like this video, you're probably going to like the video that will be coming up next. Here's some closer looks at the projects, and I will see you in the next video.